Welcome back to Race Day Live, presented by Rocky Mountain ATV MC. We've got a lot of great partners who help us out, and SmartFi.com is a new one this year. We're here with Aaron Tilton. He's the founder and CEO of SmartFi.com, the official cryptocurrency platform of Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship. Aaron, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And I want to get right into it. Daniel and I found out you actually ride, and that's part of how this relationship started.
Yeah, that's actually how everything came together. We actually had bought all of our tickets for Anaheim, and as I was thinking about that, I thought maybe there's some correlation that we can do with our business and with Supercross, because I'm kind of a typical cryptocurrency user, and I like Supercross, and the mindset was very same, very similar. So we called it Feld, and it just kind of happened over a couple of weeks.
I love that it ties in. There's a company here where the founder and CEO actually rides, cares about the sport, loves the sport, and a lot of our partners are like that, but maybe none more than you. You ride with your son as well. Your son got into it early, and then you kind of took over the reins?
Well, we had some neighbors that he rode their dirt bike, and then he got done. He said, gosh, I want to do that. And I thought, maybe I do too. And so I was 38 at the time. He was 6. And we got bikes, and we just started racing. And then the next few months later, we did our first arena cross. Then we did outdoors, and we kept going from there, and that's kind of where we are. We've never missed a Supercross since then.
Wow. That's amazing, man. Well, we're glad you're part of it. Great to be a partner and have such a great pedigree that leading into this relationship. And I want to ask about SmartFi.com and how people can get involved and learn a little bit about it. Can you explain a little bit about your platform, what it means, what to do, and how to get involved?
Yeah, with SmartFi, what we've really tried to do is make it simpler and easier for people. When they hear about cryptocurrencies, it kind of conjures up a technical, kind of very more involved process, or like day trading and all of these things.
A little intimidating, but not the case with SmartFi.
Yeah, and what we've tried to do is make it so that it's simpler, and we have a specific token that is more an asset that you can buy, and you don't have to sit and day trade. It's more like an investment, like you would be able to just watch every so often and keep track of it. So that's what we do at SmartFi.
And you can download the app and you get $5 if you're a Supercross fan? Is that how that works?
Yeah, well, just sign up on the web app, because you don't have to download an app or anything. Just sign up on the web.
On the web.
Get $5. And then also that enters you into a sweepstakes where you can win a trip for 2 to the Salt Lake Finals and get $30,000 worth of crypto and cash.
Can hosts be involved in this? Are we excluded? I mean, that sounds pretty awesome to me, Daniel.
Insider trading, I'm all about it, at least at this moment right now.
I don't think it's insider trading
I know.
to win a sweepstakes, but
I mean, we know the guy. I'm just saying,
Well, and now all the fans do as well, right? So there you go. So everyone's in on it. Well, that's great. We're excited that you're part of this. And what are any favorite riders? I don't want you. I mean, when you were coming up, you said you were a Supercross fan. Back in the day, kind of who did you really like when you first got into it? Who did you like to watch? And then we'll go to who you're looking at now.
Well, so who we really like to watch, I actually ended up meeting Ken Roxon when we very first came over, right? Yeah. And so right now I'm kind of rooting for him. And obviously last week at Anaheim, nobody had anything for him. But now I kind of like the guys who haven't won yet. And I'm looking at maybe like a Barsha, somebody like that. I always root for the underdog. In fact, when we did probably about 5 years ago, we actually sponsored a privateer, Joey Dalzell, number 243. And so I always kind of like to go for the guys who don't have a chance or something like that. We're always rooting for the underdog.
So were you watching qualifying? Did you see Ken, his unfortunate crash in the whoops?
No, but I heard about it. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Well, even more of an underdog maybe going into tonight, although that opening round, pretty exciting. Let's look at the positives. Ken Roxon in Anaheim. Were you there? Did you get a chance to go down? Or did you watch on?
No, we watched it.
You actually saw it live? So good night for you.
Yeah, it was good.
Excellent.
Yeah, but now I'm kind of like, okay, maybe Sansarillo can pick it up and do something. I know he's injured, but he's kind of waiting for his kind of first breakout ride to win, and he's just so close every time.
Daniel and I were talking about that. And again, coming into the season, that injury with the shoulder kind of put him back, but pretty brave. Talk about an underdog there and pushing through it, doing a great job even with that injury.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of, okay, he's due. He's due for something.
And you race. I know Daniel and you used to race. I'm kind of a weekend warrior. I do the trails riding with my friends, and that's been fun for me. But you two have actually been on the track and ridden, and is that something you're continuing with?
Yeah, well, I would still consider myself a weekend warrior, but I rode at Loretta's.
But at the track.
Yeah, I mean, on the amateur level. So
a gate drop for you.
Yes, I was able to do certain things, and sometimes in our class where it's the old guys, it's kind of really who has a little bit of money, who's not hurt, and who has the time to go out and practice that actually ends up, doing well. So I'm still kind of a weekend warrior like you, but we're trying to do Loretta's again this year. And my son and I mean, that's just kind of what we do. That's our thing. That's what we love to do.
It's a great thing to do, and we're glad you're here, and we're glad it led that road of your passion for riding and all the work you've done with SmartFi.com to bring them together for us, for the fans, and support this sport that we love. Thank you very much for all you do.
Yeah, I'm just excited, and again, as a fan, I just am kind of geeking out that I'm actually have this access now and get to do these things, and it's just like, it's great.
Well, and in the future, definitely, we'd love to have you up here and talk more about it, and that's one thing we can do is educate our fans about cryptocurrency and about SmartFi and how it can be done and used and accomplish dreams and goals, and not just the sweepstakes, but with an investment to grow it through SmartFi.com.
Yeah, and there are ways to use cryptocurrencies that you can further your economic goals in terms of like either you're trying to work towards a house or education or retirement. And sometimes cryptocurrencies are seen as very volatile, which they are, but we have a way and some assets that are not that way, that are simpler for the average person to engage in.
Well, I think Daniel and I are both interested in that.
I'm in.
We're in investing.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We'll have that talk after the show. But this is Aaron Tilton from SmartFi.com. He is the founder and CEO. He is a rider. He is a fan. He is passionate about this sport. And now him and his company are one of our partners supporting this sport that we love and so well and so much. So please make sure you go to SmartFi.com, sign up, get your $5, get entered into the sweepstakes, and be cool like this guy right here. And these guys, because we're in on this. We're getting in on the ground level, right?
We definitely are.
All right,
here in about an hour.
In about an hour, that's it. Check it out. Thank you again very much.
Thank you. Thanks
Aaron,
for having me.
We appreciate you being here, and we appreciate your support of this sport. All right, we'll be right back with some more action here with Race Day Live, presented by Rocky Mountain ATV MC.